These phenomena challenge our deepest assumptions about reality, consciousness, and our place in the universe.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 moments of the September 9th, 2025 UAP hearing that have everyone talking.
Enough is enough. It's time that we take action.
Number 10. Setting the tone. The goal of the latest UAP hearing was restoring public trust through UAP transparency and whistleblower protection, and it seems they might just be on the right track.
Good morning and welcome to the hearing regarding UAP disclosures. For too long, the issue of unidentified anomalous phenomena, commonly known as UAPs, has been shrouded in secrecy, stigma, and in some cases, outright dismissal. Today, I want to state clearly that this is not science fiction or creating speculation.
Kicking off the hearing was a powerful opening statement by Representative Anna Paulina Luna. Representative Luna declared the UAP phenomenon is neither science fiction nor speculation.
The reports come in are often to brush aside, slow-walked, or met with skepticism rather than serious investigation.
She reported that Congress has recently seen evidence of technologies that are beyond our known capabilities. She highlighted the pushback she and her colleagues got while investigating UFO activity at Eglin AFB, the suspicions of flytrap operations, and the need for transparency and better congressional oversight.
I intend to be on the side of truth, transparency, and accountability, and I hope my colleagues on this task force will be able to do the same.
Number 9. Bipartisan push for transparency. The push for UAP disclosure has always been a bipartisan issue.
Let me be clear. Whether UAPs represent adversarial technology, natural phenomena, or something beyond current human understanding, Congress has a responsibility to investigate.
After all, who hasn't wondered about aliens at least once in their life? The creation of the Task Force on Declassification and Transparency is no different when it comes to being a bipartisan effort. It's something everyone has in common. We all want transparency from our governments.
It is about asking the questions every American has the right to ask. What do we know? What don't we know? And why in a free society are we being told so little?
So it's no surprise that the task force hosted this bipartisan hearing on UFOs. Luna even showed interest in the UAP Disclosure Act of 2025, an act proposed by Senator Chuck Schumer from the opposite side of the political aisle, in hopes that it will help restore public trust in the government if passed. It just goes to show everyone is interested in UFOs.
And to quote Senator Gillibrand, who also went public in this documentary, it's not acceptable to have secret parts of this government that no one ever sees.
Number 8. The alleged cover-up and intimidation. For years, officials have alleged a massive cover-up of a decades-long UFO crash retrieval program.
Because of my direct knowledge of the reality of certain legacy UAP programs, my professional career was deliberately obstructed, and I have endured sustained reprisals from government agencies for over a decade.
Since the days of Bob Lazar and the outing of Area 51, the world has heard countless stories of the so-called Legacy Program, a secret program run by the United States military-industrial complex that locates and retrieves crashed flying saucers.
And at approximately 0130, I saw an approximately 100-foot equilateral triangle take off from near the NASA hangar on the base.
This supposed cover-up was brought up again at the most recent UFO hearing, where once again another new whistleblower spoke out about uncovering this program and the retaliation they faced for reporting it.
It was very clear early on during my intake interview, which was video recorded under oath, that the objective was to solely assess how much I know and not move forward with an investigation with new information I provided them.
Number 7. Calls for whistleblower protection. Witness Joe Spielberger focused on the importance of whistleblowers in any aspect, let alone UFOs, highlighting that they are the first line of defense for exposing wrongdoing.
Congress relies on whistleblowers so that it can fully exercise its oversight and legislative authorities. It's understandable that former presidents of both parties have often taken a hostile approach toward whistleblowers.
He pointed out that whistleblowers play a vital role in both Democratic and Republican administrations, helping to identify and understand what government corruption looks like and what to look out for.
Whistleblowers are often some of the most dedicated and principled public servants we have because of their willingness to put themselves on the line to do what's right.
Spielberger reiterated how whistleblower disclosures fuel investigations and allow us to address wrongdoing. Most importantly, he emphasized that targeting whistleblowers for the corruption they expose wastes agency resources and allows that corruption to continue unaddressed. a terrifying outcome that is all too real.
We strongly urge Congress to continue its historic tradition of championing the rights and protections of all whistleblowers.
Number 6, UFO sightings at Vandenberg AFB. Former military police officer Jeff Nusatelli recalled his own startling accounts from 2003 to 2005, where he investigated multiple UFO events at Vandenberg Air Force Base.
Between 2003 and 2005, 5 UAP incidents occurred at Vandenberg Air Force Base, home to the National Missile Defense Project, a top national security priority. At the time, we were conducting launches deemed by the National Reconnaissance Office as the most important in 25 years.
In one incident in October of 2003, Boeing contractors reported a glowing red square hovering over 2 missile defense sites. That same night, another group witnessed a football-sized triangular craft hovering near the facility.
This event, now known as the Vandenberg Red Square, was referenced by Representative Luna at the first hearing on this topic.
Nusatelli stated that official Air Force records of these incidents are in the possession of both AARO and the FBI. Since Vandenberg is home to the National Missile Defense Project, any unauthorized craft overhead is a big deal, let alone a mysterious UFO.
Let this be the moment when America chooses courage over fear, transparency over secrecy, and progress over stagnation. Let's show the world that our nation leads not only through strength, but through fearless pursuit of the truth. Thank you.
Number 5, allegations against AARO and former director. AARO, the Pentagon's UAP office, was created in 2022 to investigate these phenomena.
Obviously, that is an interesting anomaly.
But from day one, it's had an awful reputation, being labeled as a flytrap operation by multiple whistleblowers, and even having its former director, Sean Kirkpatrick, labeled as a documented liar by Representative Luna in the hearing's opening statements.
It should be noted that he's a documented liar and brings into question what his purpose at AARO really was if it was not to follow up on investigations and disclose his findings to members of Congress.
The Congresswoman warned that if offices such as AARO can just become catch-alls where these stories and events go to die, rather than to get investigated, then Congress is not doing its job.
If we set up offices and oversight bodies only to let them become graveyards for testimony or worse yet, ruses for pretending to investigate when in actuality there was no follow-up, then we are not doing our jobs.
Number 4, Thread 3. In 1993, George Knapp went to Russia shortly after the fall of the Soviet Union. There, he uncovered documents from Thread 3, possibly the largest UAP study ever conducted.
I want to share a couple of things that I've learned along the way on this long journey, and I submitted most of that in written form because I estimate that my statement here today would take about 4.5 hours, so I'm going to try to jump over and touch on the more important salient points.
Sokolov, the colonel in charge, had allegedly gathered UAP information from all across the USSR military and used that data to try to build their own UFOs.
Russia had been doing the same thing that the United States had been doing, that is, secretly studying UFOs while publicly saying something completely different.
Knapp spoke briefly about this program under oath and submitted the full set of documents into the congressional record.
The guy who was in charge of that program, Colonel Boris Sokolov, told me that their goal was to basically develop technology that would be superior to anything we had.
Number 3, new whistleblower goes public. Former USAF intelligence specialist Dylan Borland testified about his own first-hand encounter with technology of unknown origin.
My name is Dylan Borland, a former 1N1 geospatial intelligence specialist for the United States Air Force in an active duty enlisted capacity from 2010 to 2013.
From 2011 to 2013, Borland was stationed at Langley AFB. Borland stated that during the summer of 2012, he saw a 100-foot equilateral triangular craft with a golden lava or plasma-like fluid swirling around it, departing from the near NASA hangar.
I was under this triangular craft for a few minutes, and then it rapidly ascended to commercial jet level in seconds, displaying zero kinetic disturbance, sound, or wind displacement.
Some years later, Borland was exposed to classified information from a UAP legacy crash retrieval program and has been receiving reprisals ever since. These reprisals convinced him to become a whistleblower in March of 2023.
The future of humanity is one which we either travel to the stars or regress to the Stone Age with this technology. My career has been to deliver critical information to decision makers. Your role as elected by your representatives is to act on it. The time to act is now.
Number 2, UFO gatekeepers named. Since the first modern sightings in 1947, the UFO phenomenon has remained an enigma shrouded in secrecy.
I think you got to unleash the dogs and go track down the money and where it goes, because a lot of this stuff has been moved out of government.
Over the years, rumors have persisted of a small group controlling the information, secret holders known in the field as gatekeepers.
I'm not sure that even this committee getting security clearances that should allow you to see this stuff would allow you to follow where it really goes.
Well, at the hearing, George Knapp, under oath, named two of these alleged gatekeepers. One was the late Jim Ryder, a former vice president of, at the time, Lockheed Martin Space Systems.
I'm not saying Lockheed's the bad guys. They're doing what they were asked to do. Sure. They have lied about this because that's what they're supposed to do.
The other was Glenn Gaffney, former director of science and technology at the CIA.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into Settings and switch on your notifications.
Number 1. Hellfire missile hits UFO. In 2017, the New York Times presented 3 videos of UAPs, later confirmed by the Pentagon to be authentic. Well, at this hearing, we got another one, and it's even clearer and more shocking.
Look, I'm not jumped to the conclusion that I believe that there are, aliens coming from another planet. But I'm open to that. And I think that it's our responsibility, especially when we're seeing that we have a government that is actively blocking information from us.
Toward the end of the hearing, Representative Burleson presented a video of a UAP being struck by an American Hellfire missile.
I want to cue up a video that I've been given.
The UFO can be seen on an MQ-9 Reaper drone's camera, rotating over the water before being struck. If the thought of shooting a UFO with a missile wasn't crazy enough, the video then reveals that the unidentified object continues to fly on, seemingly unaffected by the powerful weaponry.
This is when it zoomed out, so you can still see it traveling.
Did you watch the latest UFO hearing? If so, what was something we missed? And what would you like to see come out of the UFO hearings in the future? Let us know in the comments.
I want to thank y'all for your courage. Thank y'all. And
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.